Okay, so someone requested a tutorial about how to make a scrolling menu. I've put a couple of scrolling menus here, and you can scroll them up and down. So let's have a look how you do that. First of all, a couple of things to set up. You need all your items ready, you need some kind of arrow scroll thing, and a background for them to be touching. Next, you want your menu items all in one group. So all these items in menu 1 are all in one group. Last of all, these arrows have got two variables. One is menu, which tells you which menu the arrow is with. So the two left side arrows are menu 1. And then we've got direction. So this is direction 1 for up. And if we look at the down arrow, that's got direction 2 for down. So we're going to check those directions when we click them. Right, this is my event for scroll 1, so let's delete it and I'll redo it. A couple more things for setup. Make sure at the start of the scene, for all your text that you want hidden, hide it. So for me, any text that's in collision with this background, I display. Any text that isn't, I'm hiding. So all this stuff is just hidden at the start of the scene. Next up, you want this event in a timer with some low time limit so the menu doesn't scroll really fast. And if we press our left button and if we're on scroll, which is one of these guys here, then we want to execute our action. The first thing we want to do is check which menu the scroll is associated with. If you only have one menu, you can skip this, but for now we're doing menu 1. Next, we want to check which direction to move the menu in. So variable direction of scroll is equal to 1, then we're going to move all the text up. So the first thing is, for each object menu 1, so if that's all the items in our group menu 1, we're going to move them up. So objects position, and I've spaced my stuff 64 pixels apart. You'll need to put whatever distance suits your project here. So for each object menu 1, move them up. Next, we want to make sure the correct stuff is displayed. So again, for each object menu 1, here we're going to put show the object. And here we're going to put if it is in collision with our background. And lastly, we want to hide that text that's not in collision with background. So if it's not in collision with background, then we're going to hide it. Now if we just do this, it will let us keep scrolling up and up and up, and all the text will disappear. So we need a scroll limit. So the last thing before we can try scrolling things up, I'm going to check menu 1 scroll limit. I'm going to check it's greater than -2. So I'm putting that in the wrong place. We want to do that here. So yeah, menu 1 scroll limit is greater than -2. So as long as we haven't scrolled more than twice, and down here we want to put we want to change this to reduce by 1, so we can only scroll once, twice, and then we've hit -2 and we can't scroll anymore. So let's look at how this works. We press left when we're on one of those arrows, check which menu it's associated with, check the direction, so here we're saying the direction is up. We check we haven't scrolled the menu too many times, so this needs to be how many items are below your menu. So if you have 10 items below, you want it to be -10. Then we're going to move everything in that menu up, show the stuff that's in collision with our area we want to show things in, hide the rest, and then decrement this number to show that we've actually moved the menu once. So let's refresh this and see if that all worked. So we should be able to scroll up. Oh no, menu limit did not work. Menu 1, scroll limit. I put 3 L's in here. Silly. So make sure these have the same name and you haven't made a typo. Let's try that. It can happen, by the way, if you don't put a limit. You'll just be able to scroll forever. Okay, and now our scroll limit works. Now I've spelt it correctly. And now we just want to move down. Moving down, very similar. We can just copy and paste this little chunk of text. And yeah, we want to reverse this direction. Then if the scroll limit is, and here we want to put less than 0. So it starts on 0, and then we can only scroll this way if we've actually moved some items up, because everything starts below. We have to have moved something up to be able to move anything down. So that's the less than 0. Here we're going to do +64, so everything's moving down. Same stuff here where we want to show this appropriate things. And last thing, we want to reverse this, so this is +1 because we're moving the other direction. Now if we refresh that, we should have our scrolling GUI. There we go. All within the limits. Cool, I hope that helps. Yeah, and for the second menu, if you have multiple stuff to scroll, just make sure you've got a menu 2. Make sure you have a group with the menu 2 items in, and then it's all the same stuff, but you just want to check the menu of the scroll is 2 and that you're moving objects in menu 2. And this is fine if you've only got a few things to move. Doing this way is fine. If you have absolutely tons of stuff to scroll, you'll want to use a more efficient method, but it's very rare you have tons of things to scroll. Right, hope that helps. Thanks for watching.